into the sunshine and get out of the shade. This is the one time that you have.
Good morning. This is Amber.
And Tom.
And this is something to celebrate. Thank you for joining us today. It seems very empty in some ways.
Yes, we're missing Gracie today.
I know, and this is a strange foreboding of what is to come.
Yes,
unfortunately.
So it's back to Amber and Tom. How sad.
I know, but I did bring Bridget.
Yes.
She's kind of cold today.
Yes.
I think she's like, what in the world?
Shivery little pup.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, this week was actually the second week of commutes to school. So,
Wow.
yeah, you know, when you're a mom or a dad and you're going through the school line every day, you know, it's amazing the grace you need to get through the school line.
How true. How true.
So, Tom, what are we celebrating today?
Well, our word of the day, you know, I never realized that, you know, you hear of a gaggle of geese,
Uh-huh.
a herd of cattle,
Yeah.
but cats have their own word.
Really? They have their...
For a group of cats is called a clouder.
Okay.
A
So
clouder.
beware of the clouders.
Yes.
Bridget.
I mean, one cat can be scary enough, but a clouder?
A clouder of cats?
Wow.
I wonder if it refers to like the amount of hair, like, you know, the hair
I don't know.
going up in the air, the clouder of hairballs of cats.
Don't know where the word came from. It's kind of a strange word for a herd of cats. It's called a clouder.
So what's a herd of natural solutions, Tom?
Well, today we're going to be talking about nitric oxide boost. This product is an overall heart-healthy supplement. It relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, controls cholesterol and blood sugar levels, and you can get your nitric oxide boost at www.naturalsolutionstore.bz.
Well, besides celebrating the month of August, actually we both had anniversaries, didn't you, Tom?
Well, my anniversary was July 31.
July 31, mine was August 18th, and you celebrated how many years?
48 years.
Wow.
And my 67th birthday as well. So I got married on my 19th birthday.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Young and dumb, young and dumb.
And we just celebrated on Sunday, we just celebrated 25 years, so it was our silver anniversary. So you guys are almost up to what?
Gold? Yeah, a couple of years, it'll be 50 years.
Do you actually follow that? Like there's like 1 year marriage, I think it's paper.
No.
I think the next 2 years is paper clips to hold it together.
No. But we are excited about the big 50. And we have our 50th anniversary, 50th class reunions coming up before then. So next year, we both graduated in 1970 back in Ohio. So we'll be going back to see our classmates probably.
Wow. So 50 years later, you know, you're always like trying to, for the very first class reunion, you're always trying to like look good and impress the people. And like 50 years, you're hoping you're just making it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So tell us what else we're celebrating today.
Well, for the month of August, we're celebrating American Artist Appreciation Month. It's Family Fun Month. Ooh. And National Eat Dessert First Month.
Yes, totally love that.
Love that one. And today, August 20, is National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day.
Wow. Chocolate pecan.
I mean, how specific can you get?
Yeah, chocolate pecans.
National Bacon Lovers Day.
And you put the bacon on the pecan pie?
I have to admit, that would include me.
Oh, yes.
National Radio Day.
Woo!
And National Lemonade Day.
Okay, well, there you go. That's a really strange combination of foods you should be eating and drinks.
Well, and on this day in 1975, Viking 1 is launched by NASA using a Titan launch vehicle. It became the first space probe to successfully land on Mars.
Wow.
And in 1920, going backward in time a little bit, the first U.S. commercial radio station, BMK, or WWJ, Detroit began daily broadcasting.
Wow.
Now, KADI in Pittsburgh was also an early
Wow.
broadcast radio station. One of the in Pittsburgh, KDKI is the one east of the Mississippi
Yeah.
that was allowed to keep that K,
K.
because
Wow.
most of them east of
Had
the
to go
Mississippi are now W.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird the letters they chose for that, W and K. I don't know if they have a significance to
Yeah.
them.
And in 1896, now some of the millennials, and then they won't even have a clue what this means.
Oh my goodness.
The dial telephone was patented.
Oh wow.
Most of the teenagers do not have the experience of actually having to stick your finger in a hole
Seriously.
and then, and turn it around. So
Did you know, it's so funny because my house was built in 1950, but they added a add-on of garage to that in 1970. We actually have a dial-up telephone on our phone, on our wall in our detached garage.
Wow.
So the girls are like, "Wow, Mom, that's ancient." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm keeping it."
Being a theater guy, I almost thought about going to the theater I used to work with and getting a dial-up phone.
Yeah.
Because we have some as a prop that we use just
really?
for props for shows that are back in the 50s, and just to go, okay, this is what we're talking about, because some people may not have any clue even what that looks like. And
it was so funny the other day. I was driving down College Street, old Route 66, and I saw a pay telephone, one pay telephone on the side of the road, and I was like, wow, that must be a historical monument or something, because
How true.
who goes around with money in their pockets to pay for a telephone call?
Look for a little plaque.
Oh, we got one downstairs. A pay telephone? Oh, wow. It's so.
And I now you go to hotels and whatnot, and outside of the convention, the seminar spaces, you can see what used to be the bank of telephones that people would rush to between
things.
sessions.
Yeah, now, no more. So.
And on this date in 1882, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, the 1812 overture debuted in Moscow.
Wow.
So, and birthdays today, 1954, Al Roker.
Wow, that's awesome.
Of Today Show fame was born. 1935, Ron Paul, who was an American, he's a physician, author, and politician. And in 1923, Jim Reeves, the singer-songwriter, was born.
Did you know we have some? Well, I know my dad had Jim Reeves vinyl, like that back in the day. Like we used to listen to that.
I'm not a big country music fan, but I grew up with my parents listening to a lot of that, and Patsy Cline and Roger Miller.
Yeah.
Of all of them, I think my favorite was Roger Miller.
It's so funny because Philip, I being married to a Brit, and I don't listen to country music like a lot, but there's some songs that just bring back those nostalgic memories of Hee Haw down in Branson.
Yep.
Remember Hee Haw and Buck Owens?
Yep.
So there's some songs, and then there's Willie Nelson, On the Road Again. I listen to that every road trip. Like I have to blast it up. That's just it has to happen. Willie Nelson, On the Road Again, and Twizzlers every road trip.
Oh, my word. You would be a blast on the road.
So we do have, besides, Gracie's not here, but I do have a segment.
Just pause for a moment of silence with Gracie.
Okay.
No,
Gracie.
okay, we can go on.
Gracie's not here.
Yes, silence on the air is death.
Gracie is not here. But some interesting news to say grace for. I think we're going to say grace in her honor for the rest of our show.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard, Tom, that Olive Garden is doing a new promotion that for $500 you can buy a gift certificate to have pasta, breadsticks, and salad for life. Like
really?
Literally. $500, you can buy it, and you can have unlimited pasta Now it's not like, it's more like fettuccine and, spaghetti. But if you have friends who are really pasta lovers or a college student in your life, you might want to get them the $500 Olive Garden lifetime pasta.
Yeah, boy, even just for 4 years in college, for some college students, that would be a great gift.
Yeah, it's kind of like, instead of ramen, that's like that's a step up. That's really
Escape from the college cafeteria.
Escape from the college cafeteria. Well, for our taste of the day, we have British sweets. And Matt, since Tom can't come over and indulge in sugar overdose,
I'm trying to.
come on, Matt, come on over to the table, and we'll indulge in some of the favorite British bits. No, we have not. Okay, so I'm gonna.
And there we go, Mr. Producer.
Okay, so I'm gonna
make sure we give Jay some. He's back
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Well, this one we can't.
You don't want any?
We
No.
can't.
Don't want any candies, no sweets.
No sweets. Okay. So I'm trying to think of which ones to start with first.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Okay. So this is the British. I'm going to preface this. These are Philip's favorite, like, crazy British sweets. So this is called a dib dab. And you can see why. Go ahead and open that.
Dip dab?
Dip dab.
Oh,
Dip
I
dab.
can already tell there's powder to dip it in.
Yeah, there's
So
powder.
it's kind of like British's take on the dip sticks or whatever.
Wait, do we have
Licko sticks
do
or
we
lick
have lick
sticks.
sticks? Do
Yeah.
we have that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time we have these, for the while, for when we had these sent back, we'd had always customs open our bags because they'd be filled with white powder.
It's a strawberry flavored Jolly.
Okay, so you're gonna have
Sherbet dip.
you're gonna have to clean up after this,
Clunk.
Matt.
It's already happened. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
That's
Okay.
a normal thing.
Yeah. Okay. What do you
Oh,
think?
yeah.
It's good.
It's like fizzy. It's a fizzies. We have those ones that come in the packages that's like, they have individual candies just in like a long multiple, you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fizzers.
Yeah. Do we have the lollies with them? Or do you?
No, we have the, what's a lick-a-stick or whatever it's called with the little, basically it looks like a chalky white candy, which the stick is my favorite part, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super tangy or it's not even super sweet, but it is sweet and it tastes very good. But this is really good.
Yeah. So you can see if you had this all out on the table that it would look kind of suspect.
Yeah. Otherwise, if people think we're dealing drugs over here.
Okay. So that's the dip dab,
Dip dab.
one of Philip's favorites. Okay. We are going to go next to this is made by the people who make the dip dabs. And it's
Jelly babies.
Jelly babies, and funny, because I thought that this would be just like gummy worms. And here, you can take one.
Well, so they're similar.
They're similar, but not. See, they're covered. They're covered in the sherbet.
Yeah.
In fact, this is called sherbet. It's not called. That's called sherbet.
Yeah.
Our.
This says sherbet dip with tasty strawberry flavored lolly.
So, what do you think?
That's pretty good. I like them.
And this is made with real fruit juice. I wonder how that is. Do you
Healthy.
think, do
Yeah.
you think they're like gummy bears?
No, they're more like, they're not as chewy as gummy bears.
Yeah.
They're more, I can't even think of what they're like.
Yeah.
They're unique.
Very unique. Yeah, so Jelly Babies, actually they have this at London Calling, so that's where we get our stash. Besides these other things that happen. Okay, so this is
Those look strange.
this is produced in Spain, and so these are called flying saucers. Again, one of Philip's favorite childhood sweets.
Sorry, I've got to do something about this. Otherwise, I can see it getting.
He has a cut of sherbet dib dabs on the.
Hold on.
And I guarantee you, sure, I could see her just like going to town on the flying saucers.
I just ate it.
Speaking of London Calling, we need to have them back and
Yes.
update us on what's going on in their world.
And actually, there's some really cool stuff that's happening in their world. There is
Dog's like, hey, I'll take that.
okay.
Okay, what are these?
They're called flying saucers.
These.
Okay. Okay. It actually one of Philip's favorite. I don't know why.
Has it got anything in it?
Okay, you have to put it in your mouth and let it melt. Okay.
Oh, so it's kind of like it's not a sacrament exactly, but you eat it the same way.
Okay.
Are you supposed to chew it up or?
You expect to let it melt and smush it. What do you think?
Okay, that was worth the wait.
Okay.
It was worth the wait.
So
We brought
what-
a lot of tangy, fizzy things today.
Yeah, it is. It's like tangy, as I said.
Those
this
are
is-
really good.
Yeah. So what do they
It's like
remind?
they remind me. All right, the outside reminds me of an ice cream cone,
Yeah.
like the cone, the actual cone itself,
Yeah.
the texture and everything. But the inside is just a real tangy, fizzy, fruity, flavored.
Explosion.
Yeah, that's explosion. That's a. See what it is? Yeah, you can see. Now, is this sherbet stuffed in the inside of it too? So the food theme of the day is sherbet powder, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Things that you can get your bag opened from customs by having in your luggage. So,
Really?
It's the powder. It's excessive amounts of powder.
So don't bring these on the airplane with you?
You can, but they'll open and they might search you. You know. So there you go.
Well, there's certain kinds of hand lotions and stuff will set off their plastic explosive detective thing.
That is true. That is real true.
But those are really good.
Yeah. Well,
It's all
I'm
really good.
gonna send this over to your side of the room so Jay and I'm sure they don't want to
Noah.
lick on the dip dabs. They don't want to lick on our
No one to lick the dip dab.
unless they want to put it out on their
It
table.
sounds like some beating it, like saying, "Gotta lick the dip dab."
So, what is your favorite out of the three?
The dip dab.
The dip dab. Okay.
Dip dab is a favorite.
Dip dab. Okay, Philip, that is official. Philip's dip dab because he orders these. Like he requests large quantities of dip dabs being imported into the U.S.
Really?
So
Nice. Well, thanks for having me on to eat.
yeah, you're welcome.
Now, I think we're getting ready to do a video, correct?
Yes, we're gonna get ready, and Gracie's actually gonna join us, but not. She's joining us via video.
Oh,
so.
Okay, so I will have to hit both buttons at the same time. I hope I can get it done right.
Okay.
Anyways, wish me luck.
Yeah. So, Matt, just give us the signal when you're ready to roll that, and we'll make sure that we have that out. So
Well, your flying saucer things, where do you get those? Are those local? or do
those
have
are
to be
no.
ordered in?
We have them flown in. Buy them. That's why the reason they're called flying saucers. You guys are ready? All right. Well, here is our Gracie girl, and with her Say Grace place of the day.
All right.
Hey! Hi. This is Gracie and Karen. We're at the Taste of Somo, Southern Missouri. I have nachos from,
It was called like Tango.
yes, Tango Taco.
I need to take a picture of it because I'm gonna forget. And then I have a chicken taco, and it's got carrots in it, which is really different.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yum. Yum, yum.
Yours is gonna be good because you have that hot queso.
Let's see.
Yeah,
That's really good.
it's very good. It's not as spicy as the last thing we've had, so it's a lot more chill. Is yours less spicy?
No, not too bad.
Yeah.
A little spice, but not too bad.
Yeah, a lot of greens, which is nice. A lot of meat on there. Really good.
We'll catch you later.
So this is from Omo, I guess Japanese cuisine, Japanese ramen and sushi,
Yes.
or it's, I don't know if it's a competitor or something. This is also what they are. This is a squid. It's it's octopus inside of like a pancake-based batter, and it's got some chive and like a sweet sauce. So here goes.
That's the "it is good" face.
It's hard to eat all at once because it's really soft on the inside. It's very doughy. It's literally like if you were to stick octopus inside of a pancake.
Oh, nice.
So I'm still chewing on the octopus. The pancake part is gone now.
Sounds delicious.
It is very good. Very Japanese. I don't know. I guess I would recommend it, but you're just chewing on your octopus for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for some apple dumplings now.
Yes, we're gonna hit up the place with the apple dumplings. We'll be
There's
back.
a little tentacle.
Yummy.
Very fishy.
Well, thank you, Grace, for that report from the food truck festival, the food festival. I love food festivals because you can go down and you can select all these different kinds of foods, and a lot of food truck festivals, a lot of things going on downtown. One thing that's exciting that's going on downtown, and our friends at London Calling are a part of that, is I don't know if you guys have heard, there is a new Route 66 themed park, food truck park that they're building downtown.
I did not know that.
And the beauty of it is they're making this like diner, like this old Route 66 themed like diner, so you can actually take your food truck food in and like hang out. So it's going to be a really cool kind of addition to the Route 66 theme downtown. Have you been to Red's yet?
I have not been to the new ones. I went frequently to the old Reds.
Oh, it is so, I mean, literally, Red's is packed. Like, you go in there all the time, it's packed. And I'm like, how, 3 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, there is a long line there. So I'm glad to see those old classic favorites thriving in Springfield once again. And the Food Truck Festival. Make sure you guys, when you hear about those things, and make sure you look out for the Route 66 Food Truck Park that's coming. And Tom, you have a natural solution for us.
Yes, and now we're going to be talking about fish oil. It's a product that we've all heard about for heart health. Natural Solutions offers an exceptional product known as Super Strength ARSNL omega-3 fish oil. It is guaranteed to contain the highest quality and purity of any fish oil available anywhere. Not all fish oil is created equally. The source, the purity, the density of DHA make major differences in the quality of the fish oil that you ingest into your body. It supports overall health, including brain function, healthy eyesight, reduced pain and inflammation, a healthy heart, and a boosted mood. Well, we could all use a mood adjustment, couldn't we?
Oh, yeah, we could.
Carefully crafted from deep sea cold water fish and molecularly distilled for purity from all toxins, omega-3 is designed to have maximum potency without the nasty fish taste, and it's formulated for maximum absorption. It's high quality, lemon flavored, and perfect for men, women, and children. High potency and ultra pure. Get your omega-3 fish oil at, guess what? www.naturalsolutionstore.bz.
You know what, Tom? We missed you last week, even though, Matt does a stellar job with the Natural Solutions. There's just a certain, regal quality you do with the announcements. You really should,
I've never been called regal before. I've been called a lot of things.
Yeah, you should be a professional announcer.
Yes.
What was it? Ed McMahon? Ed
there we go.
McMahon of something to celebrate. Yeah, that's
Well, and I fit that role very well. I am Amber's sidekick.
need to get out my what with the genie hat.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, and for those who don't know Johnny Carson, I'm sorry. Yeah, I love the old comedy, all the old school old shows. And I feel sad for our generation that does not get to see those. So
when funny was really funny.
When funny was
without being
funny.
vulgar.
Yes, it was. It really was.
They still play reruns.
They real
Yes.
the real Tonight Story with Johnny Carson.
Yep.
Yeah, on 3-2 or 3-3 in the evenings.
3-2 or
What is
3-3.
that?
It's regular public television.
Okay.
Just plain digital TV.
Okay. So
But yeah,
so
they play
digital TV.
reruns every night of the week.
Yeah, it's hilarious because I love to watch the old Lawrence Welk like to watch that show, and Johnny Carson, and occasionally Hee Haw, because I love Hee Haw, and they've been talking about there've been little rumors that Hee Haw was going to come back. I really think they should bring Hee Haw back, and I think I should audition for the part of Minnie Pearl. I could
There we
be
go.
a modern day Minnie Pearl.
The hat with the tea
I
bags.
could put on a British accent.
Yep. A British hillbilly. There we go.
There are British hillbillies, believe it or not. Yes, there are British hillbillies, and if anybody doesn't believe that, you need to Google the Wurzels, Wurzles, the British country bumpkins, the Wurzels. They sing about blackbirds. Any person that sings about blackbirds are officially a hillbilly.
Whatever country they're from.
Whatever country they're from. So, Tom, do you have a little something that you'd like to share today, something we can celebrate?
Well, yeah, I ran across a story about a state trooper's act of kindness. It started with a conversation and ended in a small act of kindness. New York State Trooper Chris Mahoney often stops at a local fast track in Rochester when he's out on patrol. On a recent patrol, he noticed a man carrying heavy bags and sleeping gear. Started a conversation with the man and learned he only had a donut to eat that day. Mahoney then offered to buy him a small meal and drink. The photo of the act of kindness was captured by another shopper and posted on social media, and the trooper had no idea. WHEC tracked down the trooper to find out the story behind the photo and what led up to that moment. He said he was 37 years old, this is according to the trooper, been drifting for 20 years, originally from Vegas, traveled here to Rochester, and is trying to get to New Orleans. He was a kind individual. I just wanted to get to know him, be proactive. I like to talk to people. I asked him the last time he had anything to eat or drink because he looked thirsty.
Wow.
He said he had had a donut that morning, so I offered to buy him something to drink and to eat outside the fast track, inside the fast track. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take money. It just takes someone to care, to take the time, which is our most important commodity, the trooper said. To take a moment and to take the effort to give back to the community. The New York State Police also shared the story on their Facebook page. It's not always about being a good trooper, they wrote. Sometimes it's just being a good human.
Wow.
Just a little thing. Sometimes just a little thing.
Wow, that is so true. You never know how small just one little act of kindness, how that can impact. I remember last winter, my daughter, we saw a guy at the side of the road, and he said, and on this sign, he needed money. He said, "I would like just a sleeping bag, please." And, it was, and Safi said, "Can we just go get that guy a sleeping bag?" But it's so amazing how we need to be, I know I feel bad because everybody on the corner I can't give
Right.
a donut to, but you can impact one person's life, and just with something very small, like a donut.
And sometimes it's hard to, some people just have trouble doing that to the folks that are on the corners.
Yeah.
But one thing that I have started doing lately is if someone comes to my mind,
Yeah.
I will just find a moment, first opportunity, just to give them a call
Yes.
and just say, hey, I don't know why, but you just came to my mind today. I liked it,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to call and let you know that I was thinking about you today.
Yeah.
And every time I have done that, the folks on the other end of the line just so appreciate it. Just to
Yeah.
know that randomly in the middle of the day, there's someone out there just thinking nicely, thinking well of them.
You know, a lot, and I know that one of the greatest gifts that people can give someone is their time, and I love that my grandparents, my mother still sends people cards randomly. She doesn't wait for their birthday. She doesn't, and usually it's a point of prayer. Like I'm sending you a postcard. I'm praying for you. I just want you to know that. And that's a real big encouragement to people to just know that you're thinking of them.
Yes.
So that's just an amazing word that we can kind of take with us and just write somebody a note.
Well,
Write somebody a Post-it note, stick it on their computer screen, and be an encouragement today.
what I like to tell folks sometimes is I don't have money, I don't have stuff,
Yes.
but I have time. As a
Yeah.
retired guy, I have time, and I get to spend that time wherever I want to.
Yes.
And then when you just tell someone, says, and I want to spend my time with you,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Yeah. It's funny because my husband came up with this great quote, and I said I'm going to put it on a meme. When I say there's no time like the present, he says, and there's no present like time.
I like that. That's good.
So he always says that back to me when I'm caught and busy. There's no time like the present. Well, there's no present to me that you could give me at this time, but your time. So just remember that when you're going through your day. And speaking of being aware of people in need, our next guest, Welby O'Brien, not only does she minister to people with depression, she has a lot of heart for our veterans, and I notice sometimes our veterans are the loneliest people. They suffer from issues like PTSD and depression, like other people, but in a magnified way, because they've experienced things that no one will ever experience in our lifetime. I have never, been in a foreign country, fighting a war, and then coming back and dealing with, because I even on the front lines, I've wondered, having to be able to defend your country and seeing what they see and having to come back and live normally after that. It's almost impossible to live normal after those situations.
While you're connecting with Welby, I'm gonna tell a story about my son.
Yes.
I remember when he did 2 deployments to Central America. He was crew chief on a Black Hawk helicopter, was in the Army for 10 years, and then he was deployed twice
Wow.
to Iraq. And I remember